Let me along to your totally nude island. You took mine, you took my hand. Let me astray that day I'm totally nude island.
Once you hear the mesmerizing calls of the rarest of exotic birds, you become totally consumed by passion. Totally consumed by passion. Put on a strategically placed shell, raise a little hell. Frolic in the surf, sand and turf, on totally nude island.
Darling, show me love, tell me lies. You do something to me, make it all through the night. Touch me once, kiss me twice. You do something to me on this isle of desire.
Kissed by eternal sun, kissed by eternal sun. A few miles north of the Tropic of Desire. Totally new island. Totally new island. Totally new island. Totally new island.
Let me along to your totally nude island. Let me astray to your totally nude island. Let me along to your totally nude island.
Gentlemen, it is a Shokunin September 2. Remember, good God, do I look good? What is going on, everybody? Welcome, good morning to all of you extremely hot dudes in the Hot Dude Army tuning in, getting your day started absolutely right with a daily dose of truth, knowledge, and all-around red pill goodness. And speaking of truth, knowledge, and red pill goodness, gentlemen, Body Language Mastery is launching next Friday. Guys, 8 days. 8 days. And registration is open. You want to go to modernlifedating.com/body language. Scroll down, click on this link right here to get on the waiting list. There is limited enrollment. That's right. There is only 10 more days in the entire calendar year to get in. But Q3, right now, it is the cheapest time to get in. And the value, the benefits, every single thing is astronomical. You know, I was having dinner with one of the body language students tonight. He came out to Tokyo, very successful man. You know what he told me? He said, Jonathan, body language mastery is too cheap. He said, it's too fucking cheap. That has changed my life. And I'm having dinner with this man who flew literally halfway across the world to meet up with me. Me, him, and Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. That's why Charlie canceled his show. We were all out, having some Japanese barbecue and drinking. And this man was telling me that, and he's right. But I am a benevolent leader. I am a merciful man. And I have come to you with a message of mercy. September 27th, September 28th, September 29th, September 30th, and October 1st. 5 days, boys. 5 days. What does this include? Gentlemen, this includes a head-to-toe video breakdown of female body language. Top to bottom, literally. Head, eyes, nose, hair, neck, hands, arms, chest, legs, Okay? Proximity. Some shit that once you study during this course, there's no going back. You want to talk about red pills? Once you start studying body language, and I'm not talking this mainstream media trash body language. I'm talking deep sexual seduction signals. Stuff that I thought everybody knew, and honestly, I stumbled onto, really, quite honestly, I've stumbled onto something great. I thought everybody knew this, and this is why I'm a top tier player. This is why I'm the fucking man, and this is why so many people are on the waiting list. Okay, you get a top to bottom breakdown of female body language. In addition to that, you get 3 weeks, twice daily, 4 hours in a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the night, every single day. Okay? Do you understand me? Every single day for 3 weeks, starting from October 8th all the way to October 31st. It's actually more than 3 weeks, okay? You get 2 extra fucking days. Rollo Tomasi, Richard Cooper, Ryan Stone, Carl from Black Label Logic, Donovan Sharp, Ed Lattimore, MMA fighter John Fitch is going to be there. Troy Francis, who I interviewed on Tuesday. There's going to be so many people. I'm in the process of negotiating with Alan Roger Curry, the author of Mode 1. He may or may not be in there. We will see. I take pride in my abilities of being a persuasive businessman, so I do believe he'll be in there. Alan just needs to return my messages, and we will be locked in there. If you cannot attend, guess what? Guess what, gentlemen? I've got a great sneak peek for all of you early bird attenders right now. That's right. All you guys that are actually watching right now, we are going to play. This is live footage from Q2 webinars. This is the first time I've ever shown this. All of the men consented to be on video. And we're going to take a look right now at what people actually get during the webinar. So if you're not paying attention right now, sit up straight, get in here, get ready to listen. Okay? And here we go.
You are literally like, so you're a beginner, which means that anything you do is going to result in some kind of positive effect. So like, now with that said, I'm not going to sit here and say like, eat cheeseburgers and go to the gym. Just like Jonathan was saying, like you want to maximize your training around compound movements, AKA bench presses, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, rows, basically exercise that stimulate like an array of different muscle fibers and like our compound lifts. Because the thing is your body gets stressed as a unit. And the more you can stress your body as a unit by being efficient, the more muscle you're going to grow. Now, the big mistake that a lot of beginners make is, and I see it every fucking day here in Miami, especially with all these idiots that don't work legs, is they go in there and they do tricep kickbacks, they do bicep curls, you know, they're doing like isolation movements, which in reality, nobody who has like less than a year of training should like be like focusing on that. You can do it later as like an accessory, but you should be focusing, just like Jonathan said, on the heavy compounds.
Tripping gurus don't tell you about is dealing with things that are called accounting and taxes. So that's going to be one of your big things if you start doing side hustles and you're built like an LLC or something like that. A lot of guys, and I'm not throwing shade at anyone, but a lot of guys treat their one-man LLC as a personal bank account, and you can't really do that. You have to keep a very clear dividing line there. Otherwise, you're going to get screwed by the IRS at some point. But I'm with Rich, and digital is the way to go. And ideally, you don't want to do something where you have to physically handle a product. Like drop shipping is a good business model because what you're doing is you're marketing a product for someone else, and they ship directly to your customers.
I have like copy paste the dates. I'm like, meet me at my station name, exit. Exit 3A, XYZ time. We're going to go have some drinks and chicken. And then we go there, staff sees me, like, okay, our local scumbag's back with a new girl, and eat, drink, bring up my my little whole come check out my videos spiel, and then we come straight here, and it's bang, bang, bang. So the fact that you see, Nick, the fact that you did that one time means you can do it again. Now we gotta look at this like, because listen, sex is sales, okay? So you need to put more women at the top of your sales funnel. Are you familiar with the sales funnel is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need more leads to dump into your sales funnel to bring them down to Nick's Sex Palace, and then just fucking same thing. It's that simple. And what this will teach you, okay, it's going to teach you a lot about human nature, a lot about female nature.
Jonathan, I got to admit, like, I was skeptical about doing your course, and I remember watching a video about this Tinder thing and saying, like, how to get a number. And I remember you said in your video, you were like, hey, I think you're cool. I'd like to meet you. What's your number? I tried it with a girl, and it worked. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm signing up for your course. Let's do this. Like, let's do it, right? So I've been watching a few of your other videos, and you were mentioning that to sit beside your date, right?
Yes.
So when we were sitting down, I put the drinks. We were sitting at a picnic table. There's an outside patio, sitting at a picnic table. I put my drinks down. She went around to the other side. Without saying anything, I picked up my drinks, sat them beside her, and I walked around the table and sat beside her. Didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, I want to sit beside you. I didn't say anything.
Yep.
Worked out great.
Yep.
So I was kind of paying attention to the body language. So her hair, like you were talking about the neck showing, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had her hair done. She got really nice hair, long hair, and it was sitting down like this.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't pull it back at all throughout the night, but she was preening herself.
Yep.
Which was like, okay, like I was paying attention to certain things that I wouldn't pay attention to before.
Yes.
So you want to be a hot dude. All right, guys, that is just a preview, a fraction. Literally, I just showed you 4 minutes. Gentlemen, we got any Asians in the chat who are math whizzes? 3 weeks is 21 days. 21 days times 4 hours. Okay, how many hours is that? I got a little Asian in me. I've got a lot of Asian girls got a little bit of me in them too. What's the number? That's a lot of hours. 21 times 4, carry the 1, 4. That's 84 hours of coaching. 84 hours, gentlemen. And, gentlemen, one more time, okay? Here's the deal. Guess what? The value does not stop. You get access to the men's only Facebook group with direct access to me. Okay? Direct access to me and all of my lieutenants in the army. That is the Hot Dude Army. We have accountants. We have medical experts. We have fitness experts. We have tax experts, okay? We have super players in there as well. We have members in the military. We have members in the police force. Guys, when you put a price tag like I do on something like this, you don't attract losers. The price tag is to push away the losers because this is a no loser zone. Okay, if you're sitting there griping about me giving you away 84 hours of coaching for only $497, I guarantee you I do not want to work with you. Okay, you can continue to leech off of my process, off of my programs, my information. That's fine. But for all the winners out there, or the guys, maybe you're in a dark space, or maybe you're just smashing your head against the walls. Guys, I get pussy so easily now that it's boring. It is the most least entertaining thing in the world. The only thing driving me to desire new pussy is my DNA. Everything else I have mastered. I have literally mastered it and compiled it all into this course. And wait, There's more. Every single webinar that occurred in quarter 2, you get access to that database. Every single webinar in quarter 3, you get access to the database that is coming, and also you get access to the attendance of quarter 3, and you get access to quarter 4. That's right. So you actually get 168 hours of coaching. If that can't convince you to join, if that can't get you on the waiting list, if you don't want to take that risk and make that investment in yourself, then I cannot help you, okay? I'm not going to sit here and beg and plead with guys who do not want to take action. You don't want to take action? Fine. Go buy a sex doll. Fuck that thing's brains out. I'll teach you how to last longer in today's episode. But if you're a winner and you are ready to have yourself a nice chicken dinner, baby, and you're ready to take your learning to the next level and raise your mental awareness to a level that you cannot come down from, modernlifedating.com/body language. Click on this link right here. Put your best email address in right here. One more thing, gentlemen. I've got something, it's a little funny. I want to show you somebody who signed up for the waiting list of Body Language Mastery. This is hilarious. I cannot even make this up. I know I wasn't going to bring this up anymore, but it is so fucking funny. I've got to show you. Our very own George Bruno has signed up for the waiting list for Modern Life Dating Body Language Mastery. He subscribed and then he quickly got off the list, but GB at georgebruno.com on September 16th, 5:28 Eastern Standard Time, PM. Georgie, I'm living rent-free in his mind, and George Bruno has signed up for the Body Language Mastery group. I wish I was not making this up. The memes continue to write themselves. Peak hilarity, dude. Absolutely 1050% LO fucking L. Okay? George fucking Bruno has signed up. Yeah, Tony said it best. Don't let George Bruno in because girls are not allowed. That is true. This is a men's only. And yeah, absolutely hilarious. Great to see the chat live and added. We got over 70 people in the house. However, we only have 26 likes. Guys, let's get that likes up to 50. Go ahead and smash that like button, por favor. And if you want to sign up for Body Language Mastery, I'll go ahead and click that link in the chat right there. Body Language Mastery, the link is in the chat. Go ahead, click on that link right now. Sign up and come back to the live broadcast because this is not something you want to miss out on. The price will go up to $597 in quarter 4. This is not a scare tactic. This is not anything else but the truth. I have told you guys from the beginning, okay, that quarter 1 it was $297. Quarter 2 it was $397. Quarter 3 is $497, and quarter 4 it's $597. Come 2020, this program is a big fat game over. You will never be able to get so much coaching, plus the body language course, plus access to the men's only Facebook group. It's not going to happen. It is 1000% going to be impossible. As I have told you before, 2019 is the year of mercy. My prices will be the lowest, okay? After 2020, once 2020 starts, everything's going up. Every single price. I want to get the core dudes in now. The guys that really want to support me. I want those guys in right now because as Rule Zero continues to grow in popularity, as my channel continues to grow, my website traffic is through the roof. At this point, we already have 250 people on the waiting list. That doesn't include all the other people that are going to join from all the other channels that I'm going to be doing promotions on. You do not want to miss out. I am stressing this highly because it is so very important. Let's fire up the phone lines right now before we get the show started.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN when...
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important...
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so the phone lines are
Blog
open.
Talk Radio.
If you have any questions about body language mastery or just questions about what we're going to talk about today, the phone number is on the screen, 657-383-1318. Go ahead and click on the link in the chat to get on the waiting list for body language mastery. If you like this show and you want to send a donation, always be sure to go through that link in the chat that I'm linking right there, streamlabs.com/modern life dating channel. When you use a super chat, 30% goes to the YouTube overlords, and they continue to use their money to promote an anti-male future. So please do not do that. Finally, before we get this thing on the road, please, if you have a Twitter account, please do be sure to follow me on Twitter at modernlifejon, Jon. Okay? I've got 1,893 followers. Let's get that to a nice round 1,900 by the end of the show. All I need is 7 of you guys to come on over here and follow me. Thank you so much for participating, and I always put great information absolutely for free on Twitter. Gentlemen, let's talk about sex, okay? Let's talk about sex. All right? And if for you guys to have a question, call on in. Okay, the phone line's open, 657-383-1318. Let's talk about sex, guys. Let's be quite honest. Most of you guys in the chat are pretty terrible at sex, okay? Most of you guys probably not laying down the thunder dick like you should, okay? Gentlemen, the quickest way to get a woman addicted to you, and none of these PUA dorks, none of these fake dating coach losers, okay? These toe gaffs. Do your mental math on what a toe gaff is. But we got a bunch of toe gaffs out there, all right? And these toe gaffs are telling you that, oh, just say these magic words, take her to dinner and dancing, and then she's gonna fall in love with you. Sorry, you've been lied to. Sorry, you've been extremely deceived, okay? The reality is, and some of you guys know, some of you real pimps out there know, Big Googs in the chat, I know for sure knows. When you fuck the ever-loving Jesus Christ out of these women, they will stalk you. They will cook for you. They will kill their firstborn child for you, gentlemen. All right? Women do have loyalty, but a big part of the loyalty is being able to A, showcase that you're a man that is worthy to be loyal to, and B, fucking the ever-loving God out of her, okay? You gotta fuck her so hard that she sees the face of Christ and repents in your bedroom as you cover her with your sperm. Most men don't understand this, okay? Eddie Murphy talks about this in his comedy called Raw, right? He talks about this saying that, you know, when you're having sex with a woman and she makes that ooh sound, he's like, oh, I got this motherfucker now. Because let me tell you something, guys. As rare as it is for a woman to get an alpha male, it's even rarer for a woman to get a man that knows how to properly dick her down. Okay, gentlemen, you gotta hit her with the PhD every single time. PhD, gentlemen, pipe her down. You gotta pipe her down. You gotta blow her motherfucking brains out sexually. And you can't do this if you're busting your nuts in 2 minutes. And listen, gentlemen, let's have an honest come to Jesus moment, okay? I will lead the charge. How many of you guys have had sex with a girl and busted your nut in 2 minutes or less? Give me a 1 in the chat. I will put my 1 right there. My 1 is in the chat. I have had my dance multiple times, gentlemen. Multiple times. I have prematurely ejaculated. I have come too soon, and honestly, it is a far more common occurrence than most men want to fucking admit. And this is a skill that can be learned, okay? Every single man has had this happen one time or more. And honestly, it is what it is. Sitting there pretending to be your some almighty alpha male and living in an echo chamber of delusion is only going to ruin you more, okay? It is only going to ruin you more. That being said, we got a lot of 1s in the chat. Many 1s. And it's the truth, gentlemen. It's the truth. I want to let you know that you're not alone, okay? Let's be honest. Everybody in this chat, I don't have enough eyes to pay attention to how many 1s will be in the chat if I ask this. Every single one of you hungry, horny dogs have watched porn at one point in your life or another, okay? Every single one of you. But the thing about pornography is it gives you a poor inaccurate portrayal of sexual intercourse, okay? It gives you a very, very bad perception. It is a lie. It is not real. Those guys in pornography are, they're hopped up on some sort of Viagra or Cialis or whatever, okay? B, they are edited in a sense that it makes them look like they're having sex longer than they actually are, okay? So when you watch porn and you have this high bar of expectation, which is really a very bad thing to put into your mind, okay? If you have that as your standard, you're going to be living a life of disappointment, okay? You have to be realistic about what is possible. Anytime you hear a guy say, oh, dude, I had sex with this girl for 2 hours straight, man. 3 hours straight, man. First of all, you're a fucking loser, okay? What the fuck? 2 hours straight? You don't have anything better to do? I've got Bitcoin to buy. I've got businesses to run. I've got to eat some chicken and lay down. I got to play some video games. I got to go to the gym. I'm a busy man. I don't have time to sit there having sex for 2 hours, okay? Anybody who says that is a goddamn fucking liar or an outlier. One or the other, okay? Believe you me, men love to lie about their sexual ability every single time. Now, let's talk about women. Gentlemen, there is a lie out there that some women like sex for 45 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, okay? The reality is most women are happy with 20 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes, I would say. And I'm saying that there was foreplay involved, and later I think I'm going to talk about how to have the complete sexual experience with the woman, how to perfectly have a nice sexual section, going from kissing to touching her breasts, foreplay with the fingers, the mouth, stimulating the clitoris. Because I realized that we don't talk a lot about, I don't think Ryan, Rollo, or Rich, or any of them talk about how to actually give proper sex. And as a sexual connoisseur, I do believe that this is something that must be taught. I've actually thought about having a course and having sex with a girl on live stream behind paywall to show you guys exactly how to get it done, because that's probably the best way, to be honest. But let's be honest, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Or we'll see. If I get stricken with cancer and I'm gonna die in 6 months, I'll do it. But in the meantime, let's just talk about what we're gonna talk about today, okay? Now, top 3 ways to last longer during sex, gentlemen. On the opposite end of the coin here, we have to be very, very honest with ourselves, okay? If the sex is too short, then, it's going to be hard for her to enjoy it. So now, the occasional quickie is good here and there. I've had some speed ejaculations in my life when I'm just like, listen, baby. One time I was about to fly out to go to a destination. A girl came over. She was texting me. She was really hot. This fucking Brazilian, big fake tits. I'll never forget. And I was like, listen, bitch, I've got to be at the airport at 6:45. And you are drunk as shit at the club. She's, obviously, it's like textbook story. She was at the club and she was in VIP with some other guy. They were buying her drinks, telling her how amazing she is, whatever. I was like, go ahead and bring that sweaty club pussy over here and let me fuck you before I get on this plane to go on my vacation, ho. And she showed up at 5:45, and I live an hour away from the train, or from the airport, right? At that, where I was living at that time. And I said, listen, baby, listen. She walked through the front door. She was wearing this tight corset, big fake titties, about like a nice full D cup. And she walked through the door. We had never hooked up before, but we had hung out, and the sexual tension was clearly there. She walked through the front door. I remember I immediately started making out with her. I reached behind with the one hand pimp technique, hit that little latch on her corset. It fell to the floor, and like animals, we maked out. We wrestled all the way to the bed, and I fucked her. I fucked her for a good 5 minutes, and then I had to go because I was like, listen, baby, daddy's got a flight to catch. I like you, but I don't like you enough to miss my flight and reschedule a $1,000 vacation just for some fucking pussy, all right? So, there are times where a quickie does suffice. And the reality is, once you get a lot of pussy, even if we have these premature ejaculation problems, well, you know what? You always know, hey, guess what? Women are like buses. If you got game, you may miss this one, but there's going to be another one in 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, but there's another one coming because you live in that hot dude life. You study body language. You got a good coach. You know what the fuck you're doing. And hey, let's be honest. Bitches ain't shit, and I could really replace you with the Thanos snap of a finger. However, if we want to talk about having a proper sexual time and giving them a good old time, the ability to last longer is very important, okay? And we're going to talk about that. So, first thing we need to talk about is the use of pornography. Now, I know a lot of you guys in the chat are using pornography right now. It's the year 2019. And the reality is, okay, porn is devastating. It causes erectile dysfunction, okay, excessive masturbation. If you're a speed jerk-offer, whatever, if you're a speed masturbator, what you're doing is you're conditioning your body to ejaculate longer. Gentlemen, porn is bad for you in every sense of the way. The only ways that I advocate the usage of pornography is twofold, okay? Number one, you are allowed to watch pornography if it is a pornography that you have made. If you have made a sex video with a girl, then you are allowed to exhibit the highest levels of narcissism and jerk off to your sex tape of you fucking a girl. I am guilty as charged. I have done it numerous times. Good Lord, thank God my old hard drive got wiped out and I have lost all my sex videos, but I am guilty of jerking off to my own home pornography. It is very, very, very satisfying. I will say that. Now, you do not want to make a habit out of this, but most guys don't. If you have the game to get a woman to allow you to film her and have sex with her and then, you know, watch it later, I mean, that's high-level game, and probably you could get away with jerking off. But if you have no game, you are struggling, and you're beating your poor little pee-pee like it owes you money, you got to stop jerking off, okay? Secondly, the only time you're allowed to watch pornography is if you are with a woman and it is setting the sexual mood. Gentlemen, I have lived the weeaboo dream. I have watched hentai with Japanese girls and it has gotten them in the mood. We watch the hentai, you know, there's a lot of erotic sex going on. They start getting horny. You know, you could really tell when they're getting horny because they'll be like watching the hentai, and you know, we're usually having a couple cocktails. They're watching it and then they just take a drink. They're like, and they throw their drink back. I'm like, all right, this girl's ready to get a little PhD, ready to pipe her down. Okay? Those are the only two instances that pornography is allowed. Anything else, it is banned. You are not allowed to do it, okay? I am president of the Manosphere, and I ban that. It's not allowed. It's bad for you in every single way. Those are the only two caveats that are making it passable and allowable, okay? Now, let's talk about how to last longer. Okay. Let's say you are going to... I am the general of the Hot Dude Army, Ben. Don't you dare defy me. I will exile you into Beta Land. And I love you guys in the chat for participating. It's just gotten to the point that the chat is just flying and I can't even keep up with it. If you want to bring something to my attention, send a donation with a question right there to that link. If you got no money, if you're broke as fuck, call in 657-383-1318. I'll have a conversation with you. You can also send a super chat if you must, but just keep in mind that the super chat, 30% goes to the YouTube overlords, and they shall continue their censorship nonsense, okay? Number one way to last longer during sex, okay? This is the most efficient way, okay? There is a technique called edging, all right? And with 2 months of practice, with edging techniques done, you can last extremely, extremely long. You see, the thing is, when you're fucking a woman, all right, you want to take her to her biological and physical limits, all right? You want to fuck her until literally when you'll know that she is properly had a good orgasm is after sex. Two things happen. As soon as the sex is done, she's kind of shaking. Like she's like shuddering because she's like, oh my God, this motherfucker short-circuited my brains and he has fucked the ever-loving Christ out of me. Who is this man and why do I have a desire to make him a sandwich, okay? I'm telling you, you pipe these bitches down, the sandwiches will flow. The obedience will flow. They will do anything for you. This woman, you could literally stab this woman and she will fucking bail you out of prison. How do I know? I've seen it happen on the news. I've seen it happen tons and tons of places. Am I telling you stab these bitches? Absolutely not. It's a metaphor. Christ in Bethlehem. Do I really need to make these kind of fucking explanations? I hope not. Anyways. But she's shaking when you're done having sex with her. She's physically like shuddering and she's laying there like, oh my God, what the fuck happened to me? Number 2, after you dick her down, okay, they usually go to sleep. They usually fall asleep. And they literally, because you just fuck the shit out of them and they go to bed. Now, when we talk about edging, okay, we're talking about edging technique. What is edging? Edging is strategic masturbation, okay? Now, I know I just told you guys you shouldn't be masturbating, but this is a technique that will allow you to learn how to ejaculate later on into the sexual encounter. Now, what it is this. When you're, let's say this is your penis, right? And you're ejaculating. So you're jerking off. As you guys all know, we all have dicks here, right? As you feel the pressure of the semen coming to the top, right? When it gets to like right here, you let go and you mentally calm down and you just think like, okay, let go, and let this go back down, right? And then you'll feel it go back down, and then you get back to it and you start jerking off again. You bring it up, and you let it down, okay? This is an exercise in self-control. This is an exercise in self-discipline, and this is an exercise that will absolutely help you elongate the time that you are able to last in bed, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to get a timer or a digital clock or a clock with a seconds hand on it, right? So you can actually get an accurate display of how long you're lasting. Now, sometimes you guys will get carried away. You get carried away in the moment of passion, ecstasy, good feeling, whatever, and you'll bust your nut, right? You want to keep an ejaculation log, okay? Now, I'm not saying, like, write down ejaculation log and, like, next thing you know, some bitch comes over, reads, and she's like, oh, my God, this motherfucker has an ejaculation log. What the hell is this? You definitely want to you want to keep it kind of incognito, you know what I mean? Get yourself a notepad like this. And again, this is, like, some of you guys maybe think, like, oh, well, what the fuck? This is weird. I just want to have natural sex. Listen, you dumb shit, okay? This is how you do it. Okay, these may seem unconventional, but so is the life of a super top tier player who could fuck the shit out of these women. Let me tell you something, gents. One of the most satisfying feelings in the world is to fuck the ever-loving Christ out of a woman, look down at her, and have her be like, oh my fucking God, what did this man do to me? This is amazing. I want to worship this guy. And it looks like we got a caller on the line. We got 760. Let's bring caller on the air. Hey there, caller. You're on the air, 760. Caller, you're on the air. Hello? Caller, hello. Going once. 760. All right. Well, 760, you had your chance. You're clearly a fucking idiot. I love you, bro, but come on, get with it. I don't know what to say. Anyways, so you want to keep ejaculation log and you want to time it. Over the course of 2 months, you will probably be able to at least elongate your sexual stamina by at least 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, gentlemen, 5 minutes is a big, big difference. Okay, if you could go from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, oh boy, what a time to be alive. If you can go from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, good stuff. If you go from 15 minutes to 20 minutes, now you're talking. I know guys who have used this technique literally to control their ejaculation 100%. That they just can stay rock hard and fuck the shit out of these women without ejaculating. It is a technique that is 100% usable. It does take time. It does take discipline. It does take commitment. And what does that mean? Most men won't do it, and that's why they'll get a chance with a girl. They'll have sex with her. They'll bust their nut easy, and guess what? Gentlemen, some women have zero tolerance, okay? Some women have absolute zero tolerance. Some women will feel so angry and disappointed because they'll feel like a slut. They'll be like, okay, well, I think this guy will fuck the shit out of me. And then you have sex with her, and then she'll get angry, and then she'll be like, oh my God, I just fucked another guy, and this was a terrible experience. And then she'll spaz out and fucking leave, ghost you, and never hear from you again. But I tell you what, I fucked the shit out of many women. But there was one girl, I fucked the shit out of her, and I never forget this. I fucked her so good, I never forget, because she was on top of me. We were on my couch. We were having like just, it was deep penetration. It was all up inside her. I was smashing her uterus, right? And I'll never forget, it got pretty fucking crazy because at one point, she started stalking me, all right? I'll never forget, I remember I came home one night from the club. I struck out, as most players, these things happen, right? So I went out, I struck out. It was 2:30 in the morning. I was home, and I saw her sitting across the street in the apartment complex, hiding behind some other cars. In her car, she was watching my front door to make sure that I was not coming home with any other woman. And Robert Nivik says, rule number 1, don't stick your dick in crazy. Sorry, Robert, but I gotta say, man, I think you just outed yourself as a guy who has not truly fucked the absolute shit out of a woman. Because when you fuck these women properly, you fuck them good, you fuck them long, and you fuck them hard, gentlemen, they stick to you, okay? These women will stalk you. These women will fucking run a goddamn FBI background check on you. They will stalk all your social media. They will Google you. They will check your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. They'll start following you on these different avenues as well. All right? And then in addition to that, they'll stalk you in public. You'll be walking down the road in a mall or out with some friends. Maybe you'll post like on your social media, hey, I'm going to this beer festival. What's up, guys? Going here, gonna have a beer and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, she'll start showing up at the bars you like to go to. She'll start showing up like, oh, hey, oh my God, I just happened to run into you. Like, no, you didn't, you psycho bitch. You want some more of this fucking prized penis. I am not stupid. And that's when you can, this is high level player stuff. That's when you start leveraging their addiction to you into servitude, which is allow them to then you get them cleaning your house, doing your meal preps, picking up your dry cleaning and stuff, and you start putting them on a work plan, right? But that's a whole other episode. So when you dick them down good, they get addicted. They start stalking you, and it all starts with learning on this level here. Edging, gentlemen. Strategic masturbation, okay? Bros, you got to fucking give it 2 months, okay? Give it 2 months and get back to me. Today is September 19th, 2019, boys. Get out there. This is the only time you're allowed to actually jerk off. If you're going to jerk off, it needs to be with a purpose, okay? Edging is a great technique, right? A lot of these keyboard warriors, a lot of these dorks on the internet who are writing all this shit, okay? The reality is, this is the reality of pimping. Humanist Aggressor says this is getting super weird. Hey, buddy. You can go on over and watch some Barney videos, or you can go watch some fucking MGTOW videos. I don't know, dude. But if you want to do what I have done to become a top tier sexual expert, if you want women obsessing over you, loving you, worshiping you like a god, hey, keep on listening. This ain't for everybody, buddy. This ain't for everybody. And you know what? There are plenty of seats on the bench with the spectators. Go have a seat, get some popcorn, let the men handle the business, all right? This is the truth. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Nothing but love, pimpin'. But that's the reality right there. Okay? That is the reality. Strategically edging is a truth. It does help you last longer. And gentlemen, premature ejaculation is a thing. Okay? It is 100% a thing. And a lot of men struggle with this issue. And a lot of men, after they have their ejaculation, you know, they bust their nut and they feel so inadequate. They feel so conscious, and it cuts them to the core. So this is a way to do it. We got 2 callers on the line. Let's see if these ones are 661. I see you, and then 314. You're next. Let's bring the callers on the air. Oh, 661 hung up. All right, 314. You're on the air. 314. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
John?
Yes. Yes, buddy. Can you hear me?
John? Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, so go. What's up, dude?
Yes, buddy. Can you hear me? John? Yep, I can hear you. Okay, so what's up, dude? Hey, this is Robert.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, wanted to talk about the don't stick your dick in crazy rule.
Okay. Are you not hearing me? I hear myself in a delay. Are you listening to me through a phone?
So, I agree with you.
Okay.
If you give them the good dick down, they're going to come back to you.
Right.
I can't hear you through the phone.
Okay. That's pretty weird. I don't know why you can't hear me that. Okay. All right, well, continue. Go ahead.
But, all right, so I've had my share of women, and some of them, you know, you make them yours, you own them, more or less.
Listen, dude, you just need to talk because your phone is fucked up or something. So just talk and
But
make your point
they end
all the
up
way through.
Getting way too attached. And if you're plate spinning, it just doesn't work. Sorry, I just heard what you said on the show, so I'll just keep talking. So if they get too attached, though, you're right. They can come out and, you know, fuck up your game when you're, you know, talking to other women. They'll show up at your house at all hours of the night. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's bad. But what would you say would be a good detector for that, to make sure that you're not going to end up with the drama, but you still have the fun, crazy sex?
All right, I'm going to let you go, but listen up, okay? All right, so, guys, listen, here's the deal. There is no really indicator, like, transparently to understand, like, hey, is this situation going to evolve into something crazy, okay? Now, crazy is going to surface, all right? Crazy is going to surface eventually. You just need to be ready to handle it when it does surface. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, you have to be able to sort the crazy out as soon as you notice it. Now, there are some indicators of crazy that will happen, but you have to realize this too, man. Gentlemen, okay? Now, Robert, you may have had your fair share of women, but my pimp radar, I'm sorry, I don't hear the pimp in your voice. I love you, dog. No offense. But I don't hear the pimp in your voice. And the reality is this. If you dick these women down, okay, one of the most common things I hear women tell you, and if you're a player, you're going to hear this yourself as well. You know what they're going to accuse you? They're going to say, you make me crazy. You make me crazy. And you know what? That type of thing is a That is a drug to them, man. They love it. It's an emotional high for them. All right. Now, another thing is when you fuck the shit out of them, gentlemen, it short circuits their brain. They do go crazy because it is the finest and purest drug a woman could ever get. When you give a woman properly, when you properly give a woman dick, okay, she's like a crackhead. She's like a junkie. She's just showing up. She's like, hey, I was kind of wondering, I was in the neighborhood. Do you have any more of that dick? Because it was so good last time. And I was just wondering, I happened to come to the same bar, and she starts rationalizing all this shit. And you look at it and you're like, God damn, this bitch really is a fucking psycho. Like, women aren't used to it, gentlemen. They are not used to it. Women are sexually frustrated at like more than ever nowadays because the vast quantity of dick is available for them, but the quality of dick is very, very low. It is super low. This is why sometimes you'll have sex with these women. You guys know you'll premature ejaculate, and then boom, guess what? She's out the door. She's out the door and she's not coming back. So when you dick them down well, they absolutely become crazy for you. It is just part of the game. And then Corey, you said your Blog Talk Radio isn't working. I tried calling in, and it's why those last two callers were awkward as fuck too. When people are calling it, we can't hear you at all. Can't listen to the show or hear you. Oh, that's so weird. Well, Blog Talk Radio is buggy as fuck. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's why he was listening to me on. I don't know. Okay, well, yeah, it's rather unfortunate. I don't know. So Blog Talk Radio, unfortunately, it's just the avenue I must use. So I apologize. Let me just can the episode here.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right, so I'll probably call. I'll have it set up and ready for the Saturday post show. But anyways, that's reality. If you fuck the shit out of her, she will become crazy. Okay, Muhammad in that chat is one of our fucking savage alphas. I always tell people when they join the Body Language Mastery group, I said if you post anything, there might be a man named Muhammad that gives you the harshest, most critical red pill advice you ever have received in your entire life. I said, that's Muhammad. He's our local savage alpha. Pay him no mind in a good way. Like, he is just 100% on your side. And it's a good detractor because if Muhammad's feelings, if your feelings get hurt by Muhammad, it's a good indicator to me that you got a lot of work today. And Muhammad says, when crazy women show up when I am with someone else, I tell the one I am with, I fucked her hard and she was begging for more. Also, women are competitive. They like to know their man is wanted. Absolutely true, baby. Absolutely true. 1000%, man. So let's go back to the topic here, okay? Top 3 ways to last longer during sex. Number two, this is during the heat of the moment of sex, okay? So, gentlemen, sometimes we're having sex, right? And we are having a good old time, and then all of a sudden, our fucking DNA betrays us. Our penis gets so excited, and what do? We're like, oh my God, I've only been having sex with this girl for, 1 minute, 2 minute, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I am about to fucking bust my nut. What in the actual fuck is going on? So we've actually got, here is a diagram of, obviously this is a penis, right? So the glands is where the most sensitive part of the penis is usually this under part right here. This is like when a girl is giving you a blowjob, if she hits that area, plus with proper stroking of the shaft here, it would be a proper blowjob. Most women are terrible at giving blowjobs, but that's a whole other episode. But when you're having sex, your penis fills with blood. The more blood that goes into the head, which is the glands of the penis, right? If this right here gets a lot of blood, you're very excited. What's going to happen is it's going to become ultra sensitive. And especially if you're uncircumcised, because if you're uncircumcised, you have a foreskin that covers the glands of the penis, right? Probably covers it up to here. And this makes your penis even more sensitive, right? Because when you're circumcised, what it is, the quality of sex, if you're a guy that's circumcised, I got bad news for you. The quality of sex is not as good as a guy who is uncircumcised. I am uncircumcised, and I am so happy because I have fucking enjoyed the highest quality of sex available on the market. When you circumcise a child, first of all, I believe it's a barbaric act. Second of all, the penis becomes extremely desensitized because the glands of the penis is constantly brushing up against your underwear, your jeans, whatever, and it desensitizes it, right? This leads to overall lack of a sexual pleasure feeling. Now, the thing is, during sex, this part of your penis, obviously the entire penis fills with blood. The penis also fills, the glands of the penis fills up with blood, right? And during sex, if you feel like you're about to ejaculate, what you can do is you can actually take your thumb and your index finger, or you could take all 5 of your fingers, right? And you squeeze the top of the penis, which is the glands right here. This entire, the head, if you will, right? You grab this head with all your fingers and you squeeze it, right? You will feel the blood rush back into this area of the penis right here. And this right here will give, it'll make the shaft, and it'll make this part of your penis a lot harder because blood flow and circulation is like, one of the greatest advocates and helpers of an erect penis, right? The better your blood flow is, the more circulation, the more you're exercising. This is why I'm a huge advocate of exercising. You're going to have a rock hard dick, and that's just going to make the sex better for you and for her. So you take the head of the penis here and you squeeze the tip. This will cause the blood to flow back into the shaft, and it will buy you some time. Typically, I notice when I do this, it can buy me about 2 to 3 more minutes, right? So now another thing is this: how you do this is when you are, in order to do this, like you can what I like to do is I like to keep the sexual momentum, kind of, in the mood, sexy, I don't want to be like, hey, stop, I'm about to ejaculate. I must squeeze the glands of my penis because I watched Interview with the Man, episode 134, and I need to know how to last longer. Nothing like that. But what I like to do, if you feel that you are going to ejaculate and you're just not ready to make that happen yet, what you're doing is, let's say you're having sex in one position. Let's just say you're having sex in missionary, right? So missionary position sex, for you guys that don't know, is just it's the American slang for the traditional way to have sex. Missionary sex is basically hold on, let me pull this up so I don't get banned. Okay. This is missionary position right here, right? So you're having sex, and it is this just traditional style right here, right? You're on top, you're having sex, and let's say that you feel that you are about to bust your nut, right? You're feeling that you're about to bust the nut. The best thing you can do is switch positions, right? And in the midst of you switching positions, what you can do is, when you're flipping her over, so let's say you're flipping her over to doggy style, right? And let me if I find a doggy style. Okay, like this is relatively close enough. So let's say you're flipping her over. This one's called the turtle, but let's say you're flipping her over to doggy style. What you could do is when you are about to change position, so you pull your dick out, you guide her. Usually, I like to grab her by her hips and guide her, and she kind of knows. She assumes the position, right? Flip her over, and then you're starting to hit it from the back. Right before you penetrate, in the moment that you're kind of flipping her over, just reach down quickly, squeeze the tip of your dick. It can be done in 5 seconds, and then you could buy yourself another 3, like I say, about 3 to, I would say anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. If you're lucky, 5. Okay, and this will allow you to stimulate and have sex with her even longer. Okay, so that is number 2. Okay, that is number 2. So remember, number 1 is edging, and then number 2 is also to pinch the glands of the penis in order to de-stimulate the head, because you're pushing the blood from the tip of the penis back into the shaft, and this will allow you to have a far more longer and pleasurable sexual experience, right? So that is one of my go-to tricks. I have used that for many, many, many years, and it is very, very useful. Now, number 3 is this is correlating to when you know you're going to have sex, right? So let's say you're going to have sex, and then you realize that, hey, maybe it's been maybe it's been, maybe a little bit of a dry streak, like, oh my God, it's been 2 weeks since I've had sex. Or maybe you're on a super long dry streak. Some of you guys haven't had sex in years. Some of you guys haven't had 6 months, right? And like, okay, this is my one shot at glory, and I can't fuck this up. This is number 3, and honestly, the thing is, here, this will help you out. Charles, I see what you're saying, man. I'm just gonna run the show from now because I just don't want to finagle. I don't want to just fuck with tech shit. Blog Talk Radio is pissing me off already, and you know how I get when tech issues occur. But Friday tomorrow on Free Consultation Friday, I'll have the phone lines open. You can call in then. We're gonna be doing some woke reviews, and it's gonna be a good episode tomorrow. So you can definitely call in, and I'll have the phone lines operational by then. I'll troubleshoot the whole fucking episode if I need to. But thank you so much, Charles. You're the fucking man, as you know. But the number 3, the number 3 way to get the longevity of your sexual experience longer, obviously, is you want to, if you know you're going to have sex, let's say you're going on a date and you just know that you're going to get lucky and you know that it's going to happen, but you're a little worried about your performance. This is the third and only time that I advocate masturbation, and that is to strategically masturbate before the date. That's right. If you know you're going to go have sex with a girl and you know that your fucking, your nut is not to be trusted, right? Cat Williams talks about that, says, don't trust the first nut. That one can't be trusted. You know what I mean? He talks about that. And you definitely want to make sure that you're strategically masturbating. Okay, so you want it, if you know you're going to go on a date with a girl at like 7 p.m., and you know you'll probably be naked with her. If you're a seasoned player, you can time this, right? So let's say you're going on a date 7 p.m., you know you're going to be naked by 9:30. Have yourself a nice wank at 6 o'clock. It will help clear your head. It will help you be less needy on the date. I have done this before, and sometimes I've just canceled the date. I'm like, I bust my nut. I'm like, I really don't want to see her anyways. And I just cancel on her. And then she's like, oh my God, but I really wanted to see you. Blah, blah. And then, then sometimes it turns into them like saying, well, I'll just come to your house and like, we'll just hang out there. And then I'm like, okay, well, cool. Then I don't have to spend time. I don't have to spend money. She's coming straight to my house. So I know she's going to fucking bang, right? So yeah, Big Goog says it right there. Post-nut clarity is real. It's so fucking real. Oh my God, there's so many girls I fucking had sex with, and I'd be like, oh my God, what did I do that for? I got to get the hell out of here. Ay vey, it's so true. But yeah, that's a big thing right there. Strategically masturbating right before the interaction occurs. Okay, that is a best practice right there. So, in a recap, number one, edging. Edging is probably the most beneficial way, which is when you jerking off, and you bring you feel the sperm coming up to the tip, and then you let go, and it comes back down, and then you jerk off and you bring it back up, and then it let go, and you jerk off and bring it back up and let go, right? And then you do this for about over a course of 2 months. This will help you learn to control yourself and have a great longevity and great stamina. Number 2 is squeezing the tip of your penis during mid-sex if you feel like you're going to come too early. And then number 3, you are going to want to strategically masturbate before the interaction occurs. This will help you last a lot longer, and it will help you just, for the guys that, there are men out there who are just like, hey, you know what? I want to get my sexual life handled. I want to have like mind-blowing sex. I want to fuck these women to the point that they're stalking me. I want to I want to be able to do this. And the reality is it's 100% possible. It just takes time, dedication, and do the work, and it will 100% occur. Let's take a look at the chat real quick, and I want to go ahead. I want to pull up this thing for you guys that are watching. Okay, just so you guys don't forget, one more time, the Body Language Mastery is opening on September 27th to get an in-depth training like this. So if you like today's training, imagine getting 4 hours a day for 3 weeks straight. That is a huge part of what we're offering. The most important thing is this is going to teach you how to read human body language, predominantly females, and you'll understand, if she's lying, if she's deceptive, if she's deceiving, if she's nervous. If she's sexually interested in you, so you could be like, all right, check please, we got to go. You can see if she is ready to have sex. You can also see if she's not ready and you're like fed up with her and you're like, this date's going nowhere. She's probably just milking me for drinks, for dinner, whatever, and you can get the fuck out of there too. It includes the head-to-toe breakdown, which is seriously the reddest pill you'll ever take. I warn you, gentlemen, absolutely do not get into this if you like the way you see reality, because once you study body language, it is truly like reading the code in the Matrix. It is like walking around with a godlike perception. You cannot unsee it. This body language is universal. I've seen it in Japan. I've seen it in Korea. I've seen it in Chinese girls. I've seen it in Vietnamese girls, Thai, Colombian, Mexican, white, English, the whole 9 yards, Indian, every single type of woman. This is a universal concept. I have clients from around the world. Everybody loves this fucking program. 0 refunds. It is like nobody's asked for anything in regards to a chargeback. They fucking loved it. Okay? You also get the webinars, right? Like I said, the webinars, which is huge. You get to come and have a conversation with me, Rollo Tomasi, Rich Cooper, Ryan Stone, the whole 9 yards. And also you get into the men's only Facebook group that allows you to connect with all of us, the Body Language Mastery Mastermind group, where we're all chasing getting better with money, getting better with our muscles, and getting better with women. Do you want more money? Come on, let's be honest, you do. Do you want more muscles? Yes, everybody would love to lose 10 pounds of fat and stack on 10 pounds of muscle. Do you want to have sex with 10 more girls this year? Let's be honest. The answer is yes, right? modernlifedating.com/body language. Click on this link right here. Put your best email address in right here, and I will send out the alerts for you to get into the course September 27th, September 28th, September 29th, September 30th, and October 1st. You are not going to want to miss out on this. And for you guys that joined late, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it one more time. For you guys that joined in a little late, I want to play the actual clips from the webinars. Take a look here at what you'll get.
You are literally like, so you're a beginner, which means that anything you do is going to result in some kind of positive effect. So like, now with that said, I'm not going to sit here and say like, eat cheeseburgers and go to the gym. Just like Jonathan was saying, like you want to maximize your training around compound movements, AKA bench presses, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, rows, basically exercise that stimulate like an array of different muscle fibers and like our compound lifts. Because the thing is, your body gets stressed as a unit. And the more you can stress your body as a unit by being efficient, the more muscle you're going to grow. Now, the big mistake that a lot of beginners make is, and I see it every fucking day here in Miami, especially with all these idiots that don't work legs, is they go in there and they do tricep kickbacks, they do bicep curls, you know, they're doing like isolation movements, which in reality, nobody who has like less than a year of training should be focusing on that. You can do it later as like an accessory, but you should be focusing, just like Jonathan said, on the heavy compounds.
Shipping gurus don't tell you about is dealing with things that are called accounting and taxes. That's going to be one of your big things if you start doing side hustles and you're built like an LLC or something like that. A lot of guys, and I'm not throwing shade at anyone, but a lot of guys treat their one-man LLC as a personal bank account, and you can't really do that. You have to keep a very clear dividing line there. Otherwise, you're going to get screwed by the IRS at some point. But I'm with Rich, and digital is the way to go. And ideally, you don't want to do something where you have to physically handle a product. Like drop shipping is a good business model because what you're doing is you're marketing a product for someone else, and they ship directly to your customers.
I have like copy paste the dates. I'm like, meet me at my station name, exit. Exit 3A, XYZ time. We're going to go have some drinks and chicken. And then we go there. Staff sees me. Like, okay, our local scumbag's back with a new girl. And eat, drink, bring up my my little whole come check out my videos spiel. And then we come straight here. And it's bang, bang, bang. So the fact that you see, Nick, the fact that you did that one time means you could do it again. Now we gotta look at this like, because listen, sex is sales, okay? So you need to put more women at the top of your sales funnel. Are you familiar with what the sales funnel is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need more leads to dump into your sales funnel to bring them down to Nick's Sex Palace, and then just fucking same thing. It's that simple. And what this will teach you, okay, it's gonna teach you a lot about human nature, a lot about female nature.
Jonathan, I got to admit, like, I was skeptical about doing your course, and I remember watching a video about this Tinder thing and saying, like, how to get a number. And I remember you said in your video, you were like, hey, I think you're cool. I'd like to meet you. What's your number? I tried it with a girl, and it worked. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm signing up for your course. Let's do this. Like, let's do it, right? So I've been watching a few of your other videos, and you were mentioning that to sit beside your date, right?
Yes.
So when we were sitting down, I put the drinks. We were sitting at a picnic table. There's an outside patio, sitting at a picnic table. I put my drinks down. She went around to the other side without saying anything. I picked them up, picked up my drinks, sat them beside her, and I walked around the table and sat beside her. Didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, I want to sit beside you. I didn't say anything.
Yep.
Worked out great.
Yep.
So I was kind of paying attention to the body language. So her hair, like you were talking about the neck showing, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had her hair done. She got really nice hair, long hair, and it was it was sitting down like this.
Mhm.
She didn't pull it back at all throughout the night, but she was preening herself.
Yep.
Which was like, okay, like I was paying attention to certain things that I wouldn't pay attention to before.
Yes.
So you want to be a hot dude. That is just a small fraction of what is to come in Body Language Mastery Q3. Gentlemen, I am telling you, this is going to be an amazing time. This next Q3, I'm bringing in the best of the best guys. John Fitch is going to be in the fucking webinars. Current MMA welterweight fighter. Okay? The man who fought 5 rounds with George St. Pierre. Okay? The guy who used to be the World Series of Fighting champion. All right? He was on the show on Monday. We're bringing him in. I'm bringing in a slew of dating coaches. I'm bringing in a slew of successful men, six-figure and up earners, right? And I'm telling you, it is going to be 100% a life-changing opportunity for you. And I do mean life-changing. I'm not just exaggerating. There are literally, I'm going to pull up the testimonies that are, I'm going to pull up all the testimonies later this upcoming week, talking about all the people that have been so happy and so excited that they got into Body Language Mastery. You're not going to want to miss out. That's going to do it for us today, guys. Again, don't forget, go to modernlifedating.com/body language and then get on the waiting list to receive notifications. Tomorrow, here, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are doing free consultation Friday. That is right, free consultation Friday. You call in, you get all of your questions asked to me, answered by me, 100% for free. Gentlemen, you do not want to miss out on this in this September. This is a September to remember. We are doing Shokunin September every single day in September. You will find me here on my show Sunday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, we're doing the Bible episodes. Saturday, Rule Zero. After Rule Zero, I'll be doing the Rule Zero call-in post-show. You're not going to want to miss out. We have nothing but free value on this wonderful September to remember. Do not forget, hit that subscribe button, share the whole 9 yards. I am here for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's Thursday. Get out there, make money, make muscles, lift some heavy weights, make some money. Go out there, bang some vagina, have a great life. Remember that we've got one life to live, and it is best live as a hot dude and the top 10% of all men. Follow my studies, and you will get there. Until then, gentlemen, I will see you on tomorrow's episode here, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.